My name is Ray Anthony Texidor. I work as a board operator and announcer at WJDM Radio in Elizabeth, New Jersey. My job is to sign on and operate the cart machines, CD players, and other equipment, and to take meter readings every 3 hours. I was in the process of turning on the equipment when all of a sudden I was startled by the sound of the telephone ringing. The time was about 6:30 in the morning. Much too early for that phone to be ringing, I thought. In fact, it's never rung at this time before. It seemed odd that someone would be trying to reach the station at this time. I hesitated before answering it. I figured they'd call back if no one would pick up. But perhaps it's an emergency, and management is trying to reach me. So, feeling compelled by obligation, I answered it. The voice on the phone sounded strange. I had never heard it before. He was asking me questions I had no answers to. So I played along with his little game, thinking that someone was perpetrating a hoax on me or something. But then he asked me if I had ever heard of Joe Nolan. Joe Nolan, I thought, of WABC, WPLJ fame. Why, certainly I've heard of him. I answered him in the affirmative. The voice told me that he'd call back in a little while. And so he did. To my surprise, I found myself speaking with the WPLJ morning crew. Scott Shannon, Todd Pettingill, Naomi DiClemente, and Joe Nolan himself. When I hung up, my mind was in a daze. I couldn't quite tell what had just happened. I felt as if it had just been a dream and I was waking up from the possibilities of being what I always wanted to be. Big. I saw this as my opportunity to do something with myself and with my life other than just being a regular peon. Not that there's anything wrong with peons. I just don't like being peed on. So I'll try, though I might, and think of how I could break in. I saw this as my window of opportunity. How, then, do I go about getting Scott and Todd interested in me and my work? So I kept plying, my mind still in a daze, still in the clouds. But then I awoke, back to the fact that I had to sign on yet another day. And so it was that for 3 weeks I'd keep going and plotting, thinking how I would break into the business and how would I get Scott and Todd interested in me again. Seems that nothing I tried and everything I tried led to nothing. Scott and Todd, how could I get you interested in me again? How?
That's right.
Yeah. Now, I would, at the risk of sounding a little dense,
Go ahead.
you guys could sign on at 6 if you wanted.
That's right.
Why wouldn't that beautiful religious program hit the air promptly at 6?
Well, I really don't know.
Programming decision, not your department, right? 1, you're up.
All right, City Viewpoint with Wayne Avery will continue in just a few minutes, but right now it's time for the IKEA Community Bulletin Board, brought to you by IKEA Home Furnishings, exit 13A off the New Jersey Turnpike.
Damn, you're good. Ray, do you ever get to tuck your name in there? Slide your name right in?
Yeah, once in a while.
This is Ray Texidor with your Community Bulletin Board.
They call you Tex.
They do. That's right.
You still got the list of all the different towns so you can fake the temperatures up good for all the different towns?
No, we dropped that. But I know that WERA 1690 is doing that.
They got the list.
Listen to them.
WERA, that's the big competition. They're right up at 15